All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So we're just getting right into this video.
What would you say if I told you that you could get a universal basic income of €2,000 or pounds a month for free from the government with no strings attached? In a period where people are looking for ways to cope better with the cost of living price increases, would you accept a universal basic income of €2,000 a month in exchange for a microstrip in your hand? Well, that's exactly what's about to happen as part of the rollout of the CBDCs, the central bank digital currencies, which the WEF founder Klaus Schwab had laid out as a plan in 2016. A report just published by the Bank of International Settlements explains how our new digital money system is about to work. Microstraps offer alluring benefits of convenience and mobility.
Let me just read you something really quickly about what is inside of this pact that is now being accepted by 193 nations around the world and equally open-armed accepted by our current administration. It says that this is the power structure, fully digital and maximized for the control of the masses. Everyone will be expected to have a biometric digital ID that marks them not just as citizens of an individual country, but as a global citizen. So anytime you hear global citizen or anytime you hear sustainability, think that this is an egregious thing that's happening at the level of the World Health Organization and the United Nations. Anyone that has a dissonant opinion will be labeled as misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation and memory hold. Perpetrators for unapproved information will be fact-checked and punished by the system, which will be operated and enforced by artificial intelligence. Punishments will include being locked out of one's bank account, being unable to make certain purchases, unable to get on an airplane, on a subway, drive on public roads. This is the future, according to the world's self-appointed overlords at the United Nations.
Alright, so as you can see, the woman in the beginning talked about CBDCs coming around, which is just another name for the CHIP, right? And then the other lady talked about the UN Pact for the future. Now it says right here, well, now if you don't know what happened was the UN, or I think it was the WHO, passed this document or this pact or agreement, and they got it passed, and basically it's another step towards the CHIP, because what happened was the WHO wasn't able to pass the last agreement or the last pact because the nations weren't on board. So the WHO this time passed a pact without getting the approval from the nations, right? So basically what happens is, if the nations don't know about it or something, or if the nations, basically it's an agreement that goes right under your nose, and if you don't do something about it, it's into law, right? So it says right here, United Nations, while most world leaders who attended the UN Summit of Future, right? We're not going to read all of this, by the way, but basically what happens is, we're just going to still stick with the headline. Will the UN's Pact of the Future modernize the world's outdated multilateral systems? Now, as you can see, there's this whole trend and this whole theme and predictive programming of trying to make people want to be a global citizen, also known as a new world order, right? And what the UN is doing and what the beast system is doing, Evil E, is having a system where everyone is one under the new world order, and it's a system of Satan and wickedness. Right? Now let's get out the scripture right here. Revelations chapter 13 verse 16. KJV version right here. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right. This is a time we're about to be coming into. And if you notice what the First Lady said before, she said, wouldn't it be great to receive $2,000 a month to help with all the rising prices of food and cost of living? Well, if you realize the thing that's going on now is the cost of living is going up, and it doesn't help that the port strike is also going to have the cost of living go up even higher, right? So you're going to have people actually really wanting a break. A lot of people want a break now, but people will want a break to where they can't take it anymore. They won't be able to pay their bills anymore. They won't be able to pay their rent anymore. They're going to be selling their houses and defaulting on their car payments, right? And this is where the CHIP comes in at, right? So yes, the cost of living is going to continue to go up, and Evil E will provide a solution, which he caused the problem too, right? Which is the CHIP, so that people will look at the CHIP as this safety measure, as a tool of salvation, when really it's something that will destroy your soul, right? Now it says right here, fear not who cannot destroy the soul, right? Matthew chapter 10 verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right. And if you don't know, hell means grave. So thing is, Evil E is going to threaten people with things on the side, right? So if you fear losing your house, if you fear losing your car, if you fear losing your family, you are ultimately fearing the one who can only destroy the body, when really we should be fearing Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, who can destroy both the soul and the body, right? So the thing is, brethren, this is why we must be set apart, and we can't be caught up in this world. We can't love this world, because those who love this world will take the CHIP, right? So right here, those who love the world John chapter 2 verse 15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him, right? And verse 17, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever, right? So he that does the will of Yahweh abideth forever. So don't love the world, don't love the things of the world, don't try to get famous, don't try to get rich, alright? And if you have a lot of possessions on this side, prepare to lose it all for Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, right? And I'm gonna get out this one last scripture right here. It says right here, you must because we must be worthy for the sake of Yahweh Shai, right? Luke chapter 14 verse 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, and his life also, he cannot be my disciple, right? Now, let's go into verse 27. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple, right? So here's the thing. Now, it doesn't mean to actually hate your mom and all that other stuff. No. But you must love the Lord to the point that you are willing to cut off those who are not willing to be a part of the body of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So during this time that we're coming into, you may have to cut off your girlfriend. Which is really your wife. You may have to cut off your wife. You may have to cut off your mother. You may have to cut off your dad, your brother, and your sisters, your cousins, your uncles, your nephews, your nieces, right? And you may have to cut off someone that's really close to you, like a good friend, for the sake of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And two, not only that, but you will also have to decrease yourself, right? So you must hate your life also, meaning you must forsake your life for Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, to the point of death, right? Because there's going to come a time where we have Wi-Fi now, we have internet now, we can play the games that we want now, right? But the time that's going to come, we're going to be completely cut off from that system, and we won't be able to do the things that we once enjoyed before in the world. You know what I mean? Of course, you have balance, but there are times where you may go with your friends and you maybe go to a bar and stuff, or go to a football stadium, or during the CV crisis, they tried to cut you off from that. But this time you will be completely cut off from it. So you're going to deny yourself in the flesh and increase in the spirit and truth of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Now I'm going to get out this one last scripture right here, which says Luke chapter 21, verse 28. It says right here, it's like, yeah. Here we go. Okay. Alright. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Right. So we see these things like the UN Pact has come to pass. We see the increasing escalation of World War III coming to pass. And we see the CHIP on the rise coming to pass. And we see these food shortages about to come to pass. But guess what? Count it joy, brethren. This is a good thing, because you know why? Because we know that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is about to come, and that our redemption draweth nigh. So if this lesson was very edifying to the hopeful elect and the elect, and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and thanks for the Aquath also listening in, if you're listening, and Shalom.